Hello everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Today we'll continue the most important part about the distribution of our products, which is very critical to the food industry as general, because maybe you can control everything in your process, and the improper distribution and improper storage of your products either in the vehicles or in the trucks, transportation trucks, and your logistics to the market, and in the storing in the supermarket, improper storage conditions. So all the previous processes are worthless. So let's continue to our table. Okay, the physical hazard, the HACCP team are decided that there is no any significant physical hazard, but they have decided that there is possible chemical hazard, which can be severity here. Let's put it 2 or 1, whatever you want, whatever you agreed with the HACCP team. And the root cause of this assessment are the improper storage condition, and as I have mentioned before, and please don't forget it, any risk must define its, or any hazard must define its control. So improper storage conditions in the truck, so there must be monitoring in the truck. Cross-contamination possibilities from chemicals, so there must be proper chemical storage conditions, either in the warehouses or in the vehicles to the market. Okay, about the chemical hazard, because we are talking about the chemical hazard. So the implementation, or the proper implementation of the finished goods transfer program. Okay, the finished goods transfer program is very important, and the ensuring that the distributors are committed with our food safety requirements, from temperature, from cleaning, from adequate control of the food defense and food fraud, and securing our products, which will be defined later in the food fraud and food defense program in our food safety plan. So the distributors' commitment are very important, and our supermarkets also awareness of our food safety regulations, the food safety standards are very important, and the government follow up and audits on the supermarkets and markets and kiosks and all the distribution centers. So the chemical hazards are very important in the distribution control to our products to the market. Either the proper storage condition, either in our warehouses or in the trucks and the transportation vehicles, and the storing of the chemical products of and the storage of the chemical components or the chemicals are very important and controlled by the chemical control program. The biological hazards are very also important and very critical at the warehouses, but it is more critical because the warehouses you can control it in your facility, but the vehicles, it's most of the time are third parties companies, so it will be more difficult to be controlled. So the controlling of the temperature, which is the main root cause of the spoilage or any effect of your product. So improper storage conditions, earth's temperatures are very important in controlling the distribution of your products or of our product to the market, and the proper implementation of the finished goods transfer program, which is very critical prerequisite program, and the commitment of the distributors to our standards and to our calibration. As I mentioned before, any numbers or outputs must be calibration. So all the trucks temperature or if these trucks are temperature control, so we can mention here, and the third party distributors are committed to temperature calibration devices. So the calibration process of the temperature control in these vehicles and in these trucks are very important. So it's a very critical risk assessment. So finally, dears, we have finished very important topic about the this is all are the I'm very proud of this. We have finished, alhamdulillah, all the processes in our risk assessment of the hazard analysis of the processes. So here the navigation pane, we can see, we can see the 12th step, and now we are in the we have finished the hazard analysis of the raw materials. Okay, it is a little bit small, so I will make it more obvious to all of you. These are the risk assessment of the raw materials, and you can find it in the previous videos. And packaging material, also risk assessment, which is very critical. Your packaging material is different from the packaging process. This is risk and this is risk. This is an raw material and this is a process. Now we are going to have, let me check, this are heading 4. Okay, packaging material hazard analysis. Take it, copy, and it's B. So we will have here raw material hazard analysis, packaging material hazard process hazard analysis. We have defined here the risk assessment from 1 to 4, low risk, moderate risk, okay, and we have defined here either it is critical control point or OPRP, and we will go to our table and take it, all of it, copy, Control C, and paste here and keeping format. Okay, don't panic, it's fine, don't worry. Let me only check the previous, yes, the previous table dimensions. We can close now the navigation pane. Right click, table properties, 10.5, okay. So this table also, properties, we will change it to be 10.5. Okay, and we will, I think this table will be, must be smaller than that, but let's make the text smaller. I think it needs to be 9, yes. table properties, make it 9.5, center, okay. So I think it's clear now. And yes, and but you can find here and each paper there is no heading. We know how to make it on layout, but after blah 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 blah. Okay. Yes. After clicking on the table, we'll repeat header row. So each now Control S. So now all our table in our hazard analysis and critical control point of the process are on the table. Okay, we will continue in the upcoming video the monitoring of the CCP, which is very critical. Okay, as we have mentioned before, we have finished the hazard analysis, identifying the critical control points. Now we are going to have these two important topics about the establishing the critical limits and monitoring the critical limit, monitoring the CCPs, and how we can establish the corrective action, the verification, and the record keeping. And now we have to create all these 7 principles of the HACCP to be remembered in defined order. This is our principles. Now we are in step, we'll do in the upcoming videos, inshallah, establish critical limits and monitoring the CCP and the corrective action, establishing the corrective action and the verification, and of course number 7, the last principle, are the record keeping and documentation. Thank you so much, and best of luck of all of you, and goodbye.